Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to do some parts of the PowerPoint sample paper for the OCR level 1. So the first thing that we've got to do is set up a PowerPoint. We're working for a company called Progress Rescue and we've got to make a slideshow. It says that the first thing we've got to do is get into the master slide. We've got to check that the orientation is landscape, and we've got to set up some placeholders. One for the title and one for some other content, and that's going to be involving some bullet points. So let's have a look at that. I'm going to open up PowerPoint to start with. What you'll notice is that when PowerPoint opens, the presentation is already going to be in a landscape orientation, so we don't need to worry about anything to do with that. Then I'm going to go on to the View tab here and go into Slide Master. Now, as you can see, there are various different styles of slides that we can use here and set up how we want them to be. The one I'm going to choose is this one because it's got a title area and it's got an area with bullets in it, and that's what we want for this presentation. So the first thing I'm going to do is set up the title area. So just go back and quickly check what we need to do for that. So in the title area we need bold text, we need it to be a large font, we need it to be center aligned, and we need the box to have a dark border. So I'm going to choose this text here. I'm going to choose bold. I'm actually going to choose a different font because I'm not a big fan of Calibri Light. The task doesn't actually insist on me doing this, but I'm going to choose Century Gothic. Oops. As you can see, it's chosen Courier there. I'm just having a little bit of a go slow on my computer. The one that I like is Century Gothic. Then I'm going to go to the Home tab and this alignment section in the paragraph area of the ribbon, and I'm going to choose Center. Now, the other thing it asked me to do was to make sure that I had a solid line around my box, so I'm going to go down to Format Shape after right-clicking on the box. I'm going to select Line, and I'm going to go for Solid Line. Now I can close this little sidebar. Now you'll see that below the title area is where the bullet points are going to be. Now I'm going to just select the font of all of these to be Century Gothic again, because that's the font that I like. It doesn't actually insist that you do that again, but this is where you set up the slide just to be how you want it. The first level of bullets, I don't need any emphasis. It can be medium size, it can be any bullet character, and it can be left aligned. So really I'm not going to have to do anything to that one. Second level bullet needs to be in italics, and it's going to be small, and again it can be any bullet character as long as it's aligned to the left as well and indented. Okay, so that's fairly straightforward. So this is my first level of bullets. I can leave that exactly as I want. This is my second level of bullets. So I'm just going to select that text there and put italics in. So that's the first part of the first task. Now it says that I've got to set up a footer, and it's got to have in it my name, my centre number, an automatic date, and the time. So let's go back over to this and sort that out. So in order to set up the header and footer, I'm going to go into the Insert tab and I'm going to choose Header and Footer. Now you can see here there's some check boxes. So I do want a date and time, and it asks me for the date and the time, so I'm going to choose in this box here and find something that gives me both those bits of information. That one will do. I also need the slide number. Also in the footer I'm going to need my name and the centre number. So and I'm going to uncheck the box that says don't slow on the title title slide because I do want it on the title slide. And I'm going to say apply to all. So now, as you can see, date and time are in this first part of the box, my name and the centre number there, and this box here will hold the slide number when I come down to when I actually have a slider active. So now I'm going to go back to the Slide Master tab and I'm going to close the slide view. Now what you'll see is that as soon as I've gone into the main part of the program, those pieces are there, the date and time, my name and the centre number and the slide number, but I don't actually want this type of slide. I want the one with the bullet points set up, so I'm going to delete this slide and I'm going to have a new slide. I'm going to click on this little arrow here at the bottom of the button for the new slide so I can choose which one I want. So the one I want is this one here, the title and content. So once I click on that, and you can see straight away that my title is in Century Gothic, you can recognise that that's a different font to the one that was there previously. So that's the master slide set up. Now the next thing is that it asks me to save the presentation with the name Rescue, and I've got to use this same layout for all the slides. Well, that's fine because everything's set up now. Oh, one thing I forgot to do is check that the background for the master slide should be white, but it is white, so there's no problem there. So I'll just save that now. So I'm going to choose Save As. I'm going to just browse. I'm going to put it in a new folder actually because I haven't worked on PowerPoint yet on here. And I'm just going to call that Rescue. While we're here, if I did want to change the background of the slides, I would just go over to my Slide Master and I would right click on a blank area of the slide and choose Format Background. Then it would come up with some various different options here. So solid fill would be an obvious choice, and I can choose a colour from this little box here. So for instance there, if I chose that attractive pink colour, that would be there, and then I could use this button here to apply it to every slide. And as you can see, now all of the slides on my sorter here have got the same background. So that's how you change the background if that's what you want to do.